We only had 1 or 2 goes to have this fresh snow with 0 footprints. And literally the first time I slip on a rock and I'm like down on my butt. Hi, I'm Ruby Rose and I'm getting up close with Cosmo UK. John Wick has a lot, especially if I'm out and about or at an airport or wherever I am. A lot of people, which is strange because I didn't say a single word in that film, and and it wasn't a huge, massive part, but a lot of people loved that and bring that up a lot. And it's a huge franchise. Younger kids, it's usually Pitch Perfect that they really loved, and Batwoman. There's just a huge amount of fans from that as well. The Meg is another one where sometimes the person that says to me, "I loved you in the Meg," and I think, you saw the Meg? I know that everyone saw that film. It did so well, better than what any of us kind of could predict. But sometimes a certain person says it and I think, you like shark films? That's awesome. I love sharks, so I get it. I got to watch 2 episodes recently. I didn't have time before that. And I was like, oh my God, finally I have 5 minutes. I should see what's happening, what's going on. And it looks fantastic. Everyone looks great. I love seeing the new Batwoman and the new kind of the costume, the new suit, the car, everything. It's really cool. I like seeing everyone be really sad that Kate Kane's missing. I'm like, oh, it's like my buds and people that I spend a good amount of time with. I'm stoked. I think what they're doing is fantastic. What I'm doing is also making me very happy and is fantastic. My year's busy, their year's busy. And I feel like it just is it's win-win. It's everyone's happy and I feel good about it. Yeah. Hardest thing I've had to overcome in my career. I would say it was probably before I came to the States. I had quite a wonderful career in Australia, and I was doing everything that I could possibly do. And I was hosting MTV, and I was a DJ, and I had a single out, and I was on a TV show, and I had my own show. And I sort of slowly realized there's only so far that I could go, but also the people were getting rapidly kind of sick of me being everywhere all the time. And so that was the challenge. It was leaving everything behind, my family, my mom, my friends, my dog, my whole career, and then moving into a country that your odds of succeeding here are not spectacular, and trying to make it in the States. That probably was the biggest challenge, and almost giving up and almost not making it, and then obviously getting Orange. Well, I made a short film because I was about to go almost back to Australia because I hadn't gotten an agent or a manager, or it was just impossible for me to get really anything. So I was almost at the end of my visa, and I'm like, I'm just going to make this film that I've been wanting to make for years, and maybe I'll make a few of these films that I have ideas for. That one went viral, break free. Orange is the New Black saw it, and they went, we've got this character, she looks perfect for it, let's give her an audition. So I auditioned for that for Stella, and yeah, then the rest is history. Then they opened up so many doors for me. Yeah, the synchronicity of that and the blessing of Jen Houston and Genji Cohen and everyone involved is just unparalleled. I always treat it the same way, just make sure that I'm physically fit, that I'm getting as much sleep as I can, that I stretch, especially when it's cold. And I look at the stunts and how much rehearsal we've done, and on the day decide, do we all feel comfortable? Do you feel comfortable? Do I feel comfortable? Who do we want to have do what, where, and how many times do I have it in me to do this stunt before I'll pass it to a stunt double in case, because I don't want to get injured after doing 50 takes or something if I can only do 10. I fell on my butt a couple of times, but that was more funny than it was any kind of injury because you're in front of everyone and there's this huge amount of snow and it's beautiful and there's no footsteps there, and a lot of underneath the snow was these rocks, but the rocks were super slimy and slippery because of this sort of algae or whatever's formed on that. And so we only had 1 or 2 goes to have this fresh snow with 0 footprints. And literally the first time I slip on a rock and I'm down on my butt. And I'm like, well, maybe she thought this would be a quicker way to get down the hill. So I had to spend time to redo it. And then I went again and it was fine. But no, I didn't really get any, little scuffs and marks, but you get kind of proud of them. I've probably been injured on almost every film I've ever done. Even if it's not an action film, you just fall over in your trailer and you know what I mean? It's like, you can't do action films and not get injured. Everyone that I know that doesn't, we've all got the same problems. We'll have the same issues. How would I be in a hostage? I think I would be okay. Because I would keep my cool. And I have a very keen sort of sensibility of knowing where my exits are all the time. My friends always make fun of me for it, but I don't have to do anything. I just walk in, I know exactly where my exits are. I would be able to look around and see who's suffering the most or who's in the most fear and see what I could do. And I'd probably call Andy McNabb. I'd probably call the guy that this film is based on and who wrote the book and who was a trained SAS war hero. That would make the most sense. And then if it wasn't that much of a serious situation, but I needed some help, I'd probably call Vin Diesel. Not at all. Grace is a psychopath. which is fine because what we learned in doing this film, Sam and I, and in the pre-production of it, was learning what that means to be a psychopath. Sam and I, after a while, working with Wolfie, Andy McNabb, who is wrote this, and it's about him, who's an extraordinary man. He kind of sold us on the fact that psychopaths are actually like the evolved species, and I'm like, we're on this planet to love. I believe our purpose on this planet is to love. And he laughs at me. He's like, no, the purpose of us on this planet is to evolve, and we're the higher species. And I'm like, no, it's to love. It's to love, right, guys? But then he did kind of sell us on the fact that we spend so much time worrying what people are thinking, assuming what people are thinking, trying to be different people for different reasons, being upset, hurt, jealous, insecure. Like, they don't have any of that. It's just, he does what he needs to do, knows how to do it. There's just no other noise. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch SAS Red Notice on Sky Cinema and leave your thoughts below.